Dark Lord Ganondorf. And I believe this is pretty much fought in the same way as any of the Dark Nuts or Iron Knuckles. I could be totally wrong about this. I don't know if there really is a reliable way to do this fight, besides the fishing pole thing, where he just kind of pays attention to the fishing rod, and you can just attack him like that, because he just gets distracted. Like, it would be easy to get distracted if someone just pulled out a fishing rod and waved it around everywhere. So yeah, that is the this game's special equivalent to the bottle deflecting of attacks in Phantom Ganon fights. Now, honestly, I think most of the time whenever I fight this this final boss, usually I don't even L-target him. I just kind of go with the flow, and like, it sometimes seems easier to attack him whenever there's no L-targeting, because it seems like the fight is sort of based around it, so it's easier to cheese it. Cheez-Its. I like Cheez-Its. I wish we had Cheez-Its. Alright, maybe this won't work as well as I thought. I would like a little bit of a better camera angle for this. Come on, have at me, bro. Okay, maybe don't have at me, bro. Maybe just kind of, could you stand there and let me hit you a few times? This is not a terribly difficult fight, but it's difficult to tell what you're able to do in it. Something tells me that that the bomb arrows would not work here. I would imagine that the sword is the only thing that would work here. Where'd you go? There you are. Teleporting behind me in the same fashion as Super Mario 64 Bowser or Andross from Star Fox 64. Now, at some point this fight gets a little bit different, right at the end. We'll hopefully get to see that soon. Not that I'm not enjoying the fight, but I don't really know if I have a whole lot to say about it. I will say that it's amazing how much taller Ganondorf is than Link. People say Link is an elf, which isn't true, but he might as well be in this case, because just look at this size difference. Maybe he's compensating for something. Good one, Shrek. Yeah, this looks good. Slowly whittling him down. A little bit faster than he's whittling us down. Yeah, I don't think I'll need the Fairy's Tears for this fight. You know what's great? Is that the game doesn't save after it's over, so the last point at which I will have saved is before I got the 4th bottle, and also before I got the last 2 hidden skills. So maybe I should just save right now. That would probably be a good idea. Actually, it might not be a good idea, because then what if it just saves me at this boss fight? That might be even worse. Yeah, okay, so never mind. Never mind the whole saving thing. We're saving the world, that should count for something. Now I'm wondering how I normally would fight this guy without doing L-targeting. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Well, actually, I didn't forget about this. This is what I was looking forward to. And we've got the triumphant music. I thought that was the end of the fight. Why is there still more going? Thought I would have knocked him down by then, but okay, fine. We'll just keep this. We'll just keep this party going. You're a party animal, I can tell, and your party animal specifically is being a pig. Like I'm not one to judge, man. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is... Well, I guess this fight is acceptable to go on for a long time. It is the final battle. It shouldn't be the easiest thing in the world. I think this is what I did. I would, like, roll in front of him, and then he would... Yeah, that's what I did, usually. I would roll in front of him as he kicks. He does his lame little kick, and then I would just attack him while he's kicking. The Ruler of Darkness, and his, one of his attacks is just trying to kick you. It's pretty great. Yeah, actually, this works out quite well. Camera angle is not the best for it, but oh well. Come on. Come on! It would really suck if I had to speed this up. Of all things. We got it. Very beautiful. Everything is silent. Everything is peaceful except for Ganon himself. I have to wonder, if you never got the final blow move in this game, how would this fight end? I assume it would end the same way. It would just be weird because what you do at the end is a final blow in the same way that you would do it for any other enemy. Unless it's necessary. It might be a necessary attack, I'm not really sure. Do not think this ends here. The history of light and shadow will be written in blood. Oh, I think your power's gone away, man. Ganondorf. And this is a curious part. And now he's dead. I don't really know what that part was meant to symbolize, because I'm pretty sure Zant is totally dead. I don't know if that was Ganondorf's imagination, like, hey, this one person you put your trust into, now you failed him. And he put his trust into you. I don't know if that was just Ganondorf's last moments of self-reflection, or if that was actually Zant's spirit saying, you know what, I'm through with you, you're done to me. But in a way, I think it's better that it's left to the imagination. Now, I might be able to turn this controller off now. I don't know if there are any more inputs for the rest of the experience. Hey, Midna. You got your headgear back, it looks like. Now, I know this is a sweet moment and all, but Link has the goofiest run. Can we just look at how goofy this run is? Midna is not an imp anymore, now she is back to her old self. And, I think a lot of people would say she's prettier in this form. I disagree. I like her imp form better. I also think it just suits her personality better. This isn't really what I picture her personality to look like. What? Say something. Am I so beautiful that you've no words left? The fact that the game ends with something so incredibly self-aware, I think is also pretty excellent. Just... yes. And then the music starts. Yeah. Link hasn't said anything. He's not necessarily a totally mute protagonist, but you never hear him say anything at any rate. You just see him make text decisions, and that's about it. Now, if you want a totally mute protagonist, you would get someone like the, I forget her name, but whoever the main character is in Crosscode, which is still in development. That's a character who can only speak certain words, and that's just because they're in her programming. Oh man, that's it. That is it. This Let's Play has been going on for so long I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, I'm glad that it's done, but it's also kind of sad to see it go at the same time. You've been, well, any one of you who has actually stuck through for all of this, which, if you have, that's freaking amazing, because, first of all, this Let's Play's been going on for well over a year, and secondly, it's, 20 hours or so of my voice. Just saying whatever pops into my head, more or less, so... Yeah, my overall thoughts on this playthrough and this LP is just... It'll be interesting seeing just how much has changed, what kind of stories I told in the past through this game, and... Like, just... This game, this playthrough has been not even just a Let's Play of this game anymore, it's been like a journal of my life and how it has changed over the past 2 years, roughly. And that in itself is kind of amazing. Of course, I wouldn't even say that this is a game that I have lots of fond memories with. I mean, it is, but it's not really a game that I could say means a whole lot to me, because it wasn't something that I grew up with as a child or anything. But it is still a game that I find very endearing. I find it to be really well made. And I think it's also a little bit underappreciated. It seems like... Maybe I'm wrong about this, but it seems like one of the Zeldas that people kind of look over. Because a lot of attention is drawn to Wind Waker. A lot of attention is drawn to Skyward Sword. Not always for good reasons. Breath of the Wild, obviously, is the big topic now. But maybe Twilight Princess just seems like generally the less memorable one for people, maybe? Because it looks more like just any other game. Oh, there's Colin. Look, he has his... He said that swords were scary way back when, and now he has his own sword. It's pretty cool. These are really nice credits. Seeing closure for all these characters. I don't know whether to be emotional or not. I need to check just how long this Let's Play has been going on. I need to look it up. When did this LP start? I'm being unprofessional as I usually am, but I just gotta know. This might be my favorite credits music out of any Zelda game. Really works well with everything, and the Hyrule field in this game, the theme for it is one of my favorites. I like it better than the regular Hyrule field theme. Oh hey, all of the Afro family is together, except for I mean, there's one that doesn't have an afro, but shut up. They're still totally the Thunders. Can you feel the thunder, Kachiga? 3D object modeling. Yeah, that's certainly important. There were lots and lots of 3D objects. Okay, I'm almost done finding out when this started. July 28th, 2015. Okay, wait, so... At the time that I'm recording this, it is June 10th, 2017. So it has been nearly 2 years. That is nuts. Oh dear. There was no reason for it to take this long. But, you know, life happens. Life just happens. Seeing how slow that this has been, I appreciate how long it's taken in a way, because it's been like this big adventure. It's been this journey through time, and it's not necessarily a great thing to rush a game like this, because it's such an adventure. But I also wonder if Let's Playing is really the thing that I want to be Well, it's not the thing that I want to be focusing on, but I'm not sure if I should focus on it as much anymore. Not to say that I want to stop, because I really don't want to stop Let's Playing. But at the same time, like, I don't want another playthrough to go on for 2 years. And it's a little upsetting because so many of the games that I want to play are really long games like this one. This is my very longest LP, by a long shot. And I could make a long shot joke, but I won't bother. Because I think the longest one before this was probably my Mario Party LP a long time ago, the first one. That was like 32 parts, and then Banjo-Kazooie was also a pretty long one at 30 parts. And ever since I started LPing, I wanted to Let's Play a really long game. It just never really happened until now. So I've just crossed that off my bucket list. Well, I guess this is farewell, huh? Light and shadow can't mix, as we all know. Although according to Zant, they can mix to create darkness, because that totally makes sense. Never forget that there's another world bound to this one. Shadow and light are two sides of the same coin. One cannot exist without the other. That's a line that I think about a lot, and it's probably a line that a lot of people think about a lot. It's just a really interesting analogy. I know now the reason the goddesses left the Mirror of Twilight in this world. They left it because it was their design that we should meet. Her eyes, they just wrap around her head. Zelda, your words are kind and your heart is true. Is this something that she would say in her imp form? It's hard to really tell. If all in Hyrule are like you, then maybe you'll do alright. Okay, that's something I could see Midna, the normal Midna, saying. At least my normal Midna. Not my Midna, hashtag. Interesting wind there. As long as that mirror's around, we could meet again. Does that count as a tear of light? Do we have to collect it, along with a whole vessel of them? She was about to say, I love you, probably. We'll never have proof, but that's what it seems like. Just how every character at the end of Paper Mario the Thousand-Year Door wants to love on Mario. And remember how only the ruler of the Twilight can truly shatter the mirror and not just break it into shards? Well, yeah, she's the Twilight Princess, so this might not end very well. She'll go off to her wonderland that's so beautiful but also oddly small. Like, really, is there much to do in the Twilight Realm besides just wander around to those 3 buildings? I hope there is, because that would be kind of a boring existence, even if it is pretty, but yeah, there goes the way to the other world. Goodbye. What is it about mirrors in Zelda games connecting worlds? Because there's also the magic mirror in A Link to the Past that links the light and dark worlds. I don't know, but we'll never see Midna again, except in Hyrule Warriors, because I guess she just found a way to... Maybe Link just taped all the pieces of the mirror back together like Mike does in Monsters, Inc. with the door. I love this part of the music. I do think there's something special about this game that a lot of people seem to overlook. Not just in that it has what I consider some of the best Zelda design. Best game design, really nice structure. It's a very full-fledged experience, all the dungeons that you could possibly ask for, and lots of cool items and quests and mini-games. Cool combat. Not that many cool characters, but still some really cool ideas, and you can't go wrong with Midna. just a really well-rounded experience, and I think beyond that, it just has this really mesmerizing tone to it, really beautiful world. I would say this music is probably a really good representation of how the whole game makes me feel to some extent. Makes me feel at ease, you know? Because the world can be a stressful place, but then you got games like this that make you feel like not only are you this great hero who does amazing things, but it's not so bad. Everything that you encounter is maybe not a total breeze, but it's relaxing. It's nice. It's a good world to escape to. I have no idea what I'm gonna do after this. Maybe I should try some shorter games. Or I should just maybe unofficially state that I'm done with LPs, because even though I don't want to stop, and I don't think that anyone should just unsubscribe for me saying that, I just think that it might be for the best for me to just say, you know, I need to take a break for a while, just to focus purely on my game and not really have this on my mind, because this game, admittedly, even though I've been wanting to finish it just because I really like it, I've also been wanting to finish it just because I needed the closure. I needed to have this not be sitting on the back of my mind all the time. I've always felt bad about having this LP be unfinished while I'm off doing other things. I don't understand why Link leaves. Why does Link leave? This would have been the perfect opportunity for Link to just go back to his village and have everything be normal and, you know, he just lives his happy life. But nope. He's just like, hey, I'm a hero now, I better go off and go somewhere. Ah, Satoru Iwata. Rest in peace, you good man. You've done a lot of great things. Of course, I mean, every time you see Iwata's name now, you're just tempted to say, rest in peace, Iwata. But it's true, he did a lot of great stuff. Unlike other games, this The End screen doesn't last forever. There's actually a point when it just fades out, which I like. I like it whenever there's actually a point where it goes away, because I don't like when games just leave it on the screen forever and you have to stop it and start it over. Well, maybe I don't terribly dislike it, but I like this better. It's something I respect. You don't even have to turn off the game to just go back and sit at the main menu and be mesmerized like the rest of the game. This is a good final shot, though, too. Looks like the statue has been repaired. I don't know who repaired it. Come to think of it, the whole castle had to be rebuilt, didn't it? Probably took a long time. Well, everyone, that was the longest Let's Play of Twilight Princess that will ever exist, in terms of how long it took to finish. I hope you all enjoyed it, because I certainly enjoyed it, and although I wish it had gone by faster, it was a really good experience. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in whatever we do next.